again. It's like Groundhog Day with alcohol. Flask number 36. And as of right now, I have flask number 37. So, if you like the series, it's soon to be over. And if you hated the series, it's soon to be over. Well, I don't know. NIHAP told me to send all the flasks back, so I don't know where that's leading to. All I can say is that's a hell of a liquor cabinet in the building. Let's see if I can screw this one up. I tell you, I honestly am having a hard time picking out the difference between a Scotch whiskey and a whiskey, unless it's an Islay, and then that's just easy. I'm going with whiskey. It has a real singular smell to it. It's that a little bit on the kind of a harsh sweet. Oh, and there's something else. It's just like it's like I think on the tip of my tongue. Almost like a big red chewing gum kind of a thing going on. It is fairly light in color. Cheers. I got a sweet on the tongue. Immediately, it has an edginess to it, kind of like a combination of an oaky, peppery, big red chewing gum oakiness. And it has that same kind of a bazinga towards the end, which the last two times have both been a Scotch. I'm leaning towards a Scotch whiskey on this one, and I don't know why I'm saying this. I kind of like the attitude that it's bringing. Not a harsh Crown Royal, and that's just mostly present in my brain because that was the last thing I had. I just got back from going out to Christine's father's. He was having printer problems. The printer wasn't communicating with the computer. It was shown in the computer. I deleted it all out and went to try to reinstall it, and the two of them, even though everything was doing what it was supposed to, this one was saying, look at me, and this one was going, hey, look at me, let's get together, and yet the best I could do was to have the computer find it and then fail in the process of connecting. I even did the WEPS setup, and the printer was producing a code, and I put that code into the computer, and the computer went, nah. So I ended up going old school and just ran a cable over and got the printer working perfectly, except for the whole printing part. Evidently, this has been an ongoing problem that this didn't crop up in the last few days, and I think that either the print cartridges are shot or the print head itself has some issues. And I told him he might want to try some new cartridges. I mean, you could send something to it and it would print. It would just print out a clear piece of paper. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a Scotch, and right at this very moment in time, I'm kind of liking the attitude of it. Oh, here. Okay, so this is flask number 36. I'm going with Scotch. I get ballsy and just take a guess and say it's 10 year. Taste, it has a sweetness up front, and then it starts to really come in with some attitude, and I'm getting like a peppery, now big red chewing gum. Vanilla and oak. Fairly light on the oak on this one. There's still something else in there, in the underlying. I'm going to give this one a 7.5. I know, it's a bold move. Did you see me look at my cell phone and then try to find it in my pocket? Okay. I apologize for this. So taking our time away from each other. Here, again, these are not on the next. The next one that actually is supposed to be the one that counts is the three philosophers, but yet there's a whole bunch before we can even get to there. Jolson on Glenlivet, flask number 35, says this video needs more cowbell. Unfortunately, Jolson, we have expired on our cowbell session for a previous video. The White Tuner, I'm confused about Jack. Did he pass on also? I noticed that on Mr. Holster's last few videos, he looked over supposedly at Jack, but did not show Jack. Jack must have been there. No, Katie didn't say anything about Jack, and she did make the comment about, you know, taking care of the ranch and the dogs and the horses. So when she used dogs, they had two, Jack and Spur. So I'm guessing Jack is okay. I don't know if Jack is behind on his bill or not. I did try calling his, to verify this for you. I tried calling his cell, and it went, I guess I just got the DDD. The number that you dialed is disconnected or no longer in service. So I'm gonna have to get back to you. Yeah, if I hear something else, but I'm pretty sure Jack is okay. And light oak. Okay. And I'm going with a 7.5. No, I kind of had some snack and didn't properly clean my palate, but It's kind of like every single time I have a sip of this, I get even more attitude out of it, which I'm thinking is a good thing on this. Jolson, yeah, we have spare beds. You and Chris are more than welcome to come down to the farm. Walter Miner on saying goodbye to Mr. Holster, Flask number 34. As I mentioned to the Scotsman watching his videos, I felt like I was just sitting on the porch chatting with him via comments. He had an infectious sense of humor, always with Jack unless Jack was on a road trip. He took issues in stride. I agree, celebrating his life is good. We all mourn his loss, and it is very rare that a person can touch someone's heart while never having met in person. Now, we all must help Mrs. Holster. I pray for them both, and will pray for her. We can't leave Jack out of the question. Being someone who has seen a dog mourn is sad. They know their friend is gone. Now we know he is in a better place, no pain or suffering, and full of youth. All souls belong to our Heavenly Father. He is with our Lord. He is probably just smiling with loved ones that have departed in the past. Amen. Very well said. Very well said, Walter. Amen to that. On the Flask 34, my buddy Tom Olofsson, he was quite a character. Yes, he was. Flask number 35, Harmarsh 2, Ibomi. Butter knives make good practice throwing knives. Yeah, I can see that. Harmarsh 2, I used to deer hunt with my dad, grandpa, uncles, and other family. I lost interest when I went to graveyard when I went to graveyards in 1984. Mario Mosen on Flask 34, the saying goodbye to Mr. Holster. Indeed, Mr. Holster, rest in peace. Much love and respect, Mario. Flask 35, Jolson, I have never pissed in a sink. I thought that was just a joke. Well, I'll be honest when I say I think everybody saw blood in the water and thought, having fun with Christine, and it turned out that it wasn't the case. I really don't think there's as much of this whole pissing in the sink thing as either A, stated, or B, she thinks. But I still stand back to what I've said. I mean, me, why can I don't care, Yeah, I smoked dope and I pissed in a sink. Which one is more fucking dangerous? I have a lot of job site scenarios where we don't have a working bathroom. It's one thing to try to not shit your pants all day long. It's another thing to not piss yourself. Or have to get in your truck and drive 3 to, I don't know, what's the record? Maybe a 5-mile round trip to go find a convenience store and use the bathroom. Yeah, I've pissed in a laundry sink. On the other hand, there's things called detergent, running water, bleach, all sorts of things. I can tell you right now, of all the things that have happened in my laundry tub, one of the last things I'm worried about is urine. I mean, it's a fucking laundry tub. It's not the kitchen sink. I haven't done dishes in there other than to hold a glass under the faucet running water, wash it off by hand, wipe it off with a towel, and then come over here and lay it down on a rag so it dries. Never touched in there. And again, I stand by this comment. I would in the I would rather game, I would rather go upstairs right now and lick my toilet seat than even touch my hands in that one. And it's not pain in the sink that I'm worried about. Absolute Misty. Mr. Holster was one of the first gun tuber celebrities I subscribed to. Now, he would I know I'm speaking for him, and I'm and definitely speak for myself and act vicariously through him on this. He would never want to be referred to as a celebrity, just like I never have. What am I right now? I'm just a dumbass standing in my basement in front of a camera, drinking whiskey, which I'm hoping is Scotch whiskey, and it's fairly good because I'm hoping that it's not really good. I'm hoping it's dirt cheap. I mean, saw yesterday, I poured Matt a shot of the Philadelphia, and he guessed it was, an $80 bottle? I did the same thing. That's why I said, Matt, I'm not trying to pull one over on you. It was just more proof that just because it is inexpensive doesn't mean that it's not good. And just because it is expensive, if NIHAP called right now and said, I just got a really good deal on a case of Glenlivet 12, or I can just send you another case of the Philadelphia. The Philadelphia is a hell of a lot better whiskey to me than the Glenlivet 12 was. Having said that, please nobody send me a frickin' case of, the Octomore. Actually, I don't even think I'd want a whole, I would want a whole case of that, because a few people that are huge Scotch fans, one of the first ones that would get an arrival at his house would be my man Clyde. He would truly appreciate the Octomore. And just because he's a good guy and delinquent right now on large quantities of alcohol, I would send a bottle to Mike Gillian. But having said that, I'd love another bottle of it just to have on the collection. But I mean, I would like to try more things from Birch Laddie, just because I've seen reviews, and as much as they like the 9.3, it was actually stated that they would not buy it again, that they liked the 6.3 and the 7.3, and then there's the new one called, was it Ultima or Horizon, I think. Horizons? And I guess it's one of those gold key kind of opportunities that the chance that you could get your hands on one is very, very unlikely. Sorry, right in the middle of Absolute Misty. Mr. Holster was one of the first GunTuber celebrities I subscribed to. I learned a lot about firearms and purchased the GP100 after Jack lost his to Mr. Holster. I loved every video. I wasted my life watching. I subscribed to his other channels and even Jack's channel. He was quite the character. We became friends on Facebook, which thrilled me when he would comment or like a post here and there. I admire his wit and his knowledge and his finally his courage through his battle with cancer. Though I am saddened by his passing, I am grateful for him not suffering and now in a much better place. Tonight I popped the top on, raised a glass to the sunny slopes of long ago. Misty, cheers and amen. MP Gunther 1. It was truly a joy to listen to Mr. H and hearing of Jack's exploits. Thank you. That was on Flask 34, and now MP Gunther 1 on Hanging with Mr. Holster. I re-uploaded it, and he just put a smiley face. Thank you. Same video. Bull 165100. Rest in peace, Mr. Holster. Now, 20 minutes in. Let us move on to, I'm sure there's going to be more on the other ones, but let us move on to some comments on the Three Philosophers. The review I did with Matt from Amagang's Offering. Again, not my full batch of tea there, but it was still a very good beer. I liked it a lot. J-Dog was first. J-Dog, I'm not saying that I've... J-Dog, have you ever been first before? Ben N is second. Congratulations. Real Cobra Burnout is third. Stormy Coyote is fourth. Poco Loco. Looks like Matt got herpes. Laugh out loud. Poco Loco. Oh, yeah, fifth. Poco Loco. It's called a Belgian whip. Cue Dr. Evil music. Foo Master 2. Howdy, my hoodlums. Rich. Poco Loco. Matt's going to have to step up his pocket dump game. Yes. Poco Loco. Rum. I'm all out of rum, Poco. I'm really bummed out. Poco Loco, just to shut you the fuck up, let me tell you what. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but the one and only one that might have a chance, and I don't know if this was NIHAP or who the hell brought this, because it's been here for quite a while now, but this is a unopened bottle of Origin of St. LaCroix. 40%. The Cruzan 1760. If this does not pass the halfway test, we will not have her licked. Okay, it does not smell like Bacardi, but it's also a clear rum, and so just because of that, the psychological gag reflex is starting to kick in. Now, I drank things at the girls' party that had rum in it, but by that point it was so frickin', well, I guess it really wasn't diluted. We went through 6 bottles of alcohol. Poco Loco, asshole. It kind of is reminding me more of vodka than it is rum. Yeah, you got me there. Now, when I got ripped and the world turned upside down and I totaled a car, and it's lucky that things didn't get even much worse for me, and we're past the statute of limitations, so I don't really care if I'm talking about it or not. But yeah, when you put a brand new and very nice car, I know it doesn't sound like it, a Ford Escort GT, but it was the 1 or 2 years that they made the GT, and it looked a lot like the Subaru WRX STI. It had like and I'm pretty sure mine was stock. It had it looked like it had a wide body kit. It had big beefy tires on it. The little thing went like a raped ape, and yeah, I backed out of my buddy John's driveway celebrating, finding out that the hooker I used to be married to was pregnant with Lily. And I literally, all I had to do was drive down his driveway, turn out onto the road, go about a block and a half, and turn into the driveway to the complex that I was living in, and I was home free. Shit, if I really wanted to take the time, I could have walked. But somewhere between point A and point alcohol, my brain was wondering, I wonder how fast this car can actually go. It was going, I was dumping into the 140s when I decided that the song on the radio wasn't good, and hit the next track button on the DVD player and looked up as I thought my brain saw this T looking symbol. Yeah, there was 100 and something feet of black marks, and I went off the end of the road, and it turned out that it was in a farmer's front yard, and a car hit this way, and thankfully there was no passengers or anything, because the tire hit the wheel well, and then the wheel well pushed the body up against the seat of the passenger side. Yeah, the car never was the same after that, and I don't know why. Why can you not go to a dealership and say, there is a shimmy at 120 that was never there before? They said the frame was within specs. Real cool burnout, so it's a 2-hour comeback for Matt then? Linguistics Fitness, Greg. Scott missed his calling. He had a voice made for radio. And his own sub-comment. One upshot for this. I dreamed I was on a campaign bus with other citizens who were asking questions of Amy Klobuchar. She was trying to bully her way through, and I gave her a piece of Mr. Holster's mind by proxy. She shut up. Oh my God. Linguistic Linquest Fitness. I have to say, I know you because of Mr. Holster. So, cheers. And he has his video for Scott. I've actually watched it start to finish twice now. Just hearing other people's accounts of Mr. Holster, of Scott, and we all sound the same. That's because he was who he was, and it didn't matter who he was dealing with. He was Mr. Holster, damn it. And, where is it? Line Quest. I'm sure I'm screwing this up. Greg. And we have another thing in common that, I would discuss privately with you, but right as it stands right now, I'm just going to say we do have another big thing in common when it comes to Mr. Holster. Matt, and that was on Hanging with Mr. Holster, my re-upload. Matt Davis, cheers, guys. Matt, smoking makes most, if not all, seafood taste like elderwood for the most. Well, I see Matt forgot to bring the other container home of his cuttlefish. That was at least edible. I'm not saying I'm just ready to break into it right now, because I have some stuff planned for, I don't know what Christine's final plan is, but if she decides she wants to do hamburgers and French fries for dinner tonight, I am going to be cooking up 2 jalapeno brats from Superior Meats, and I'm going to be slathering those with the mustard from Satan sauce. Oh my, I am so happy, because everybody that I have sent the mustard to as of right now thinks it's the best mustard they've ever had. And that is so awesome. And I told Tony, the owner of Satan Sauce, and he was so happy. I mean, when you put something together and send it out, you're dealing with so many personalities. As of this moment in time, not a single person that I've sent it to has even given me the, I'll take it or leave it. No, every single one of you has said it is incredible, and it is. It's like, and I've said this already, it's like Grey Poupon meets some good classic hot mustard, Chinese mustard. It has the flavor first, but it brings some attitude, but not to the point where if you put it on, say, a hamburger or on a brat or on a hot dog or something, you'd be going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's not like that. Don, trees are blowing. My drinking days are way behind me. It's never too late to get back into the game, Don. I mean, some serious training, load some mags, start killing people, then drink. Gun glutton. On the right video. How did an Irishman end up in Minnesota? Well, I guess the bottom line answer is it happened to be the vagina I shot out of was already here. Most of us people up north pretty much all bitch about the weather, but when it comes to relocating, there's just so much shit that is true when you start to, like me and Jim talk about. He's like, oh, I know how you are with the heat, and I don't know how you deal with it. Well, that's because I'm acclimated to this. When you guys are down in Florida or Texas or California and you're in shorts, it's probably a beautiful 70 or 80 or 90 degree day, and yet today we hit 47 degrees and I didn't even bring my jacket with me. It's just like put t-shirt, put on some shorts, because it's just a different world when it gets for me, anything above 40 this time of the year is like, on a typical work day, I wish it never went above 55 degrees. You start busting ass and doing what you got to do, depending on what the job is. Anything from, hanging some cabinets in a kitchen to hauling block because you're rebuilding a basement wall. It all goes better when it's not 120% humidity and all of the heat to go with it. That and... I saw a tornado once, and technically I think they referred to it as a water spout out in Lake Superior, not too far from shore, from downtown. Other than that, never experienced an earthquake. Never had to deal with with any of the shit that we can all talk about, and as everybody is all in different locations. Probably the worst thing, a lot of you have literally the fear of death from tornadoes. For us, it's a lousy fucking mayor, Emily Larson. You can rot in a big pit of steamy, what. This bitch is all up in it for bike trails, but you think we could have a road? Good God. Going out to Christine's dad, I was just like, I'm looking down. I mean, this is the east side of Duluth. This is where the money is. These are the pampered motherfuckers that get everything before the rest of our town. And yet, it was like, hand out the bike guards. This one's going to be rough for the next half a mile. Matt Davis. Matt. Texting during comments. Really? What the fuck? McLean 5179. Shut up, Matt. Sub-comment from Matt Davis. Bigly, laugh out loud. No, but seriously, Matt, shut the fuck up. Yes! Hang on. I've heard this name, but I just want, before I say something, I want to... Glenmorangie 10-year single malt scotch. Scotch. I took a stab and said 10 year. Sweetness, peppery, big red kind of chewing gum, vanilla, light oak, 7.5. Glenmorangie 10. It looks like you can pick up a bottle of that from anywhere from $40 to $52 is the price I'm coming up with. Okay. Finally get something right. Yeah, it's okay. Gunwild 1, top 15, bitches. Tardicia, squirrel hunting is great therapy. I've averaged 90 per year in my backyard since I started keeping track in 2001. And I ring the cowbell every time I bag one. I mean, I have... Oh, God, it's my favorite time of the day, 4:54. Thank you, Nihat. That's, Okay. Jolson, this video needs more cowbell. Oh, God. You know, it's just like politics. It's nice to see that we have such a serious divide in this on this channel between the cowbell lovers and the cowbell haters. I mean, we're talking about a complete disdain, like shoot and kill the cowbell. Okay, so you know what this means. You need to mute out, take your headbuds out, get ready to fast forward, whatever. Unless you truly enjoy the cowbell, then this one is for you. And I have. And Mr. Holster. And Ed. Wade. Brew Babe. Look at the shitter on that critter. Jolson, this video is 2 hours and 5 minutes of your life that you will never, ever get back. Sharky says, I'm just fine with that. I'm out in the yard setting up the commando barbecue for some cooking out in the storm anyway. Oh, God. This is such a... Oh, my God, really? I should have brought another bottle. Fuck. David Brown, look at these two. Proof that the little rascals didn't use condoms. David Brown, Darla should have swallowed Matt's dad. Mike, that's the way I drink beer. Tip the can back a few swallows and the beer's gone. Beer. Smile money. Matt's free life strips are worth exactly what you pay for them. Smile money. Christine has rules. No sending 25-pound bags of peanuts. Except for now. Now all of a sudden it's okay because she's feeding the squirrels. And the peanut bag got emptied yesterday. So we are fresh out of peanuts. I'm probably going to have to stop over at Dan's feed bin and pick up some more. No getting sloppy drunk. No basement pops. No pissing in the laundry tub. Duluth Man Cave Freedomless Zone. I guess she likes the boys from New York to feel at home when they visit. Sharky, Matt, guns, nice intro babe, awesome brew babe, and I'm out barbecuing chicken quarters in the storm. It's all good. Smile money. Matt is a bad influence. He's just continually shopping on his phone. Then wants you to sell guns to join his motorcycle gang. Sharky, what's up with Jim? I don't know, but Tilly needed some peanut butter. That cracked me up. Shit, part was I was handling soaring hot barbecue grates to add coal to the commando, bastard. Sorry about that. Brad Thomas saying oldie on the... You watch the Samuel Adams Harvest Pumpkin Ale. Who was... See... Oh yeah, that's the one that Alaric 357 and Travis helped me do, and Travis is redoes the scene from Silence of the Lambs at the end, and he's like wearing nothing but a tactical vest, puts on makeup, starts pinching his nipples, and says, "I'd fuck me," while the music is playing in the background. Why did some of you receive some stuff from me today? Well, because Nyhap and Christine and John Solar wanted to see the videos when Justin was here. And from what I can tell, YouTube removed my brew review with Justin because it took place on December 20th, 2012? Yes. Justin wanted to do a video, kind of a political one, and we did that video on the Ebomi channel. Then we did a brew review, and that is gone. It's missing. I was not saving brew reviews. Knowing what I know now, yeah, I kicked myself. I had a bunch saved, and I looked, and they didn't go back as far as when Justin was here. I literally spent well over an hour this morning. I have, and I'm probably going to be using these to document and save Mr. Holster's channel. If I don't have the time to do it, and John Solar does, I'll simply drop them in the mail to him. One of them was a 3 terabit drive, you know, all the bigger ones, not like, you know, I like big ones. And I went through I even have a drive from the computer that me and Christine had built for us way back when we started dating. And of course I found some cool pictures on there, some stuff with my daughters, and I couldn't find the one where Samantha's completely naked wearing a diaper wearing my cowboy boots. She'd probably get pissed off at me if I put that on Facebook, but I couldn't find that one. But I spent the time searching every file on every one of my backup drives to see if for some reason I had, and I know there was. I'm not 100% sure that it was on the Brew channel, but it should have been, because the Brew channel existed at that point in time, and we did the political one that he wanted to do. And then we switched to the brew review, and I know that we had a separate video for that because I have me and him taking a shot off of this, the whiskey, and taking a shot off of the scotch with his dog tag on it right there. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I've got this guy that is like 6 foot, I will fuck you up. You know, and all I know, and still to this moment in time, all I know about him is I know. Because even when the camera wasn't running, even when the camera, when we weren't anywhere near the camera, could have been sitting in a frickin' Faraday cage. And I was like, okay, now at least tell me. I mean, even if it's just a wink of your eye or you nod or something, you are part of a branch of the military that may or may not even exist, and your job is to go where you're not supposed to go and kill people. And he just looked at me with this stone cold look, like, I'm like, okay, so peanut butter, chunky or creamy? Yeah, so I'm very disappointed right now that it had to have been removed. But December 20th of 2012 is when Justin was here with his wife, and we did those 2 videos, and the Ebomi channel is the only one that still exists. And if you are interested in watching it, it was called Discussion About School Shootings. Such a loss. Smile money. Matt, do a lot of people you reach out do something with have trouble fitting you into their schedule? Smile money. Survival of the fittest was taken out of the evolutionary process, so we are doomed as a species. Hence, Planet of the Apes. Laugh out loud. Smile money. Ask Ruth Bader Ginsburg about cancer survival. Matt wants to continue to smoke and drink in excess and be happy finding a faster way to die. Smile money. Now we have loaded single-action revolvers next to an unloaded BB gun revolver testing trigger pulls while drinking more whiskey than a sailor on a shore leave. What could go wrong? I didn't have any of the ammo in the... Yeah, you're right. What could go wrong? Sharky, I'll go play with y'all. But I was looking at the outro babe's ass while she was leaning over a fucking pool table. Still, good and fun. Carpe diem is pronounced carpew? Carpe diem? Latin for seize the day. Oh, and thank you, Matt, for picking the brew babe. Fantastic button tits. Sharky, when I'm over there, the revolution of our species and the leaps made over the thousands of years will be a good one. Sharky, I totally get you being glad Scott passed when he finally did. I feel the same about my mother, father, and my wife's uncle, Robbie. They were all suffering and no longer being the people they knew that we knew all those years prior. Yeah, like I said, I just know in that while we were even there that, you know, it was all the frickin' cancer was stopping him from being the person that he was, who he wanted to be. And as a friend of his, I don't want to see that. I don't want to be that person. I mean, you know, you say to yourself when you're all healthy, there's no way, man. I'd fight right to the frickin' last day. But you go through that level of pain and the chemotherapy and all of that bullshit, and it tears you apart. And it tears the people that love you, that have to see you like that and know you like that and even take care of you when you're like that. And it's just... My sister just went through that. Her best friend Candy's husband has been battling cancer for years, and he passed away last week also. And as glad as I know she was that he is finally done suffering, the loss to her and the ripping out of her heart, because she is... Maybe she's, I don't know if she's typical. She's a very great person, and she lost the love of her life. So did Mrs. Holster. Steven, 2 hours, fuck, times 2 it is. Steven, I missed the last 2 brew reviews. I'm just assumed I missed much since you don't have any broken bones or facial bruising. David Guy? This is on the Hillary Clinton video. Russians beware, Biden is going to win. I'm for the guy who had 51% in the polls before the Ruddygate. Yeah, they tried to say he lost the primary after 2 states. Ha ha. He will win big with Biden. We will win big with Biden. He will bring in every blue wave individual we can. It's going to be huge. The number of Democrats elected with Biden. I really hope Bernie doesn't throw a tantrum like he did 4 years ago. He did say he would back the winner. Hope he stops the Asians and Russians on the internet like he said he would. Ha ha. Anyway, go Team Blue. No Russians allowed in Kentucky. Out from Moscow, Mitch. Oh yeah, Bernie never separated himself from the internet Russian trolls for 4 years ago. You gotta wonder why. And Bernie has known the Russians have been boosting him since the beginning of his campaign, and he waits till now. When he's in the lead to say one lousy sentence about thing Mueller investigated, grumpy about David Guy. Clyde, 2 hours and no one ever said who made the BB gun. Looks like Umarex. Cool to see Matt again now. I've got or fix. Not a fan of coffee flavored whiskey. I never saw the box. He put it in the Desert Eagle 1911, but I could probably find out though. Man Cave Matt McCline, need to see your photo. As long as you don't have a big forehead, there's a chance. Here's the funny thing. There was 2 girls he was picking from, and he actually said she is hot except for she has a big forehead. I don't understand. I don't think it's anything about a forehead. You know, it's the amount of hair that's there. Oh, Stephen Bush, you're not even playing fair. Let's see. Oh yeah, the day before my birthday. Stephen Bush, I just ordered that, and according to the thing, it says it's going to arrive the day before my birthday. Man Cave Matt, top 50 comments, and I was there, and I really think I said enough. Jeremy Pre-Dawn Death, have you ever had Dots pretzels? I'm not even a big fan of pretzels, but those are the best, not that I know of. Jeremy again, when I see this, your gun table reminds me of a bar. Jeremy, I had the privilege of pissing in your laundry tub. Don't tell Christine. DFC, I demand less Matt. McLean, 5179, Eric, big fan. I don't have any videos, but check out my Instagram. You'll like it. Okay, I will check it out. McLean E, have you had acid C-note cigaros? Good stuff. Are those the ones that come in the tin, or are those the like the 5-pack that are? Yeah, I probably have had them. Acid is one of my favorite cigars. Period. Favorite cigars, absolutely. Last 2 comments. Big Jeff, Gun Wild 1. Do you know if Mr. Holster was if the hat Mr. Holster was wearing in the review is the same hat he gave the Scotsman? I do not know the answer to that. I'd have to look. Gunwild again. Does Mr. Holster have children? I have never heard him speak about any. Gunwild, as far as I know from our conversation, he does not. On the other hand, Mrs. Holster has a few. And They just never gave Scott the respect that he solely needed. But hopefully, it's probably way too late, and now they would have nothing but regret. Okay, now we head to the Two-Hearted Ale Club from the sunny slopes of long ago. J-Dog, Heart Club, NIHAP. Hey Google, what is a balloon knot?
On the website en.wiktionary.org, they say, the anus.
Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? Hey Google, have you ever put your finger in an anus?
My apologies. I don't understand.
Okay, I'm going to take this upstairs, and I have a couple of videos to edit, one of them being this one. So cheers, guys. I've got a bunch of shit to do tomorrow, but hopefully we can hang out and chill together. Again, appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. And remember, we only get one go around at this, so